It's time for Everything Noob, your source for all things gaming.
Welcome to the Everything Noob podcast. I am Wojtak. I'm in New York. Joined this evening by Miss Jemmy and Mr. Dreadlow.
I'm Dwedwo.
Dwedwo. And Jemmy.
Get out of town.
Get out of here.
We're from Boston today.
We're off to a great start.
No.
How are you all doing?
Good.
Good. So, we gotta get this off the table.
Just skip over me on how I'm doing.
I said, how are you all doing? And you didn't say
I'm-
crap. So yes, we're moving on. It's
I'm
your
not
fault.
doing good now.
You're to
but-
blame.
Okay,
Shut up.
Move on. I see how it is.
No, we gotta talk about this because I'm sick of hearing about it. I need to express my opinion so the world shuts up. Ben Affleck, Batman. Everyone needs to stop. Just stop. It's Ben Affleck as Batman. It's not going to change. You can put your White House petition and shove it up you know what. Ben Affleck is going to be Batman.
Wait, is there really a White House petition against this?
Yes.
What?
No way.
Really? We're going to waste a petition on Ben Affleck being Batman?
Yep. Apparently so.
See, back in 1989, when Batman first came out, Michael Keaton was the first Batman, and it was kind of the same idea. Same thing happened where everybody was, no way. But it was probably one of the best Batmans. Just saying.
I'm not in
So
any
Ben
way...
Affleck's probably good.
Yeah. There's nothing that scares me about Ben Affleck being Batman. At all. I mean, because
His face is what scares me for Batman, but, acting-wise, I think he'll do a good job.
I think, well, he just won a whole bunch of awards for that one that movie. It was based on a true story. I can never remember the name of that movie. It was really good, though. I did see it. And I think he's an appropriate choice for anything, really. I mean, you could put him... He could play Willy Wonka for all I care. You know? There's nothing I can do about it.
Do a Willy Wonka.
No,
Why? Why not?
we all know
I
that Johnny
just
Depp is the
don't-
only one for that.
No.
Any excuse-
Johnny Depp Willy Wonka was pretty awful, too, so...
Any excuse for Johnny Depp to dress in a costume is a good role for Johnny
I do
Depp.
like looking at Johnny Depp in costumes, though.
Yeah.
I generally just like looking at Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp as Batman?
I would watch that. I mean, I don't think it would be good, but I would definitely go see that opening night because that would be a ride.
I still want to see the Lone Ranger. I don't care what people
You know
say.
what? I bet he could do a good Joker.
He could
The
do a
Lone
good
Ranger
Joker.
was really good.
Okay.
I saw it.
I'm
It was
glad.
good.
I keep hearing that from everyone of my friends, personal friends. I don't listen to critics about it because no critic liked that movie. But all of my personal friends have been like, that movie was great. I went and saw it anyway. Screw critics. And
They kind of screwed up the lore a little bit, but other than that, it was really good.
yeah, I'll rent it. But
Yeah, I'll probably rent it. Too.
I'm just sick of seeing on Twitter like every couple days Ben Affleck's trending and people are bitching about him being Batman.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like they can change it now. Like it's not like he got offered the position and they were waiting to, sign papers and there's still time. It's done. Christian Bale is out.
Thank God.
And see, this is what sucks about you guys because you didn't like those 3 Batman movies. I loved those movies.
No,
And most of the
they
world
die of
loved them.
fire.
And you two are like the only people on Earth who hated those movies.
No, I've met other people. We have a support group.
Yeah?
Because, yeah. Because we
Well,
need
you
it.
need it.
There's a lot of people
We have a-
who just they
we
like
had-
crappy Jokers, they like crappy Batmans, and they
Yeah.
like crappy storylines and
We had a White House petition.
metrosexual Banes.
Beatrice.
I'm sorry, he was like pretty homoerotic.
I did not watch the same movie. Maybe someone's like taking you to like some kind of really cheesy ripoff of Batman movies, and you're sitting here like,
It's the adult version of it is Batman.
yeah,
Yeah.
some like porno Batman movie, and you're like, God, these are awful. I can't believe these are big budget
No.
Hollywood films.
No,
And your
no.
friend is having a laugh right now, just like, yes, she's so dumb.
Batman and Winker.
What the hell? Worst supervillain ever.
Uh,
What are you gonna do to me? It's not what I'm gonna do to you.
Oh!
It's what I'm gonna do to me in front of you.
Oh,
Curse
no.
you, wanker! Sorry, I got carried away.
No.
I think he's going to be good. I think Ben Affleck's going to do an excellent job, mainly not because I like all of his movies. I really don't really care, actually, but because it was the same thing with the Michael Keaton thing. You know, I think when they usually pick a off-the-wall guy for the Batman part, it's usually really good.
Adam
Val
West
Kilmer was one.
was the best Batman ever.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I've seen clips of that, and it was awful.
Yeah. It's
The
terrible.
corniest thing ever. It's like if Batman was like a low-budget sitcom. Which
No
I guess
wonder
at the
he
time
killed
it was.
himself. I mean, wait, did he kill himself?
No, Adam West is still alive.
Yeah, Adam. He's on Family Guy like every week.
Yeah.
Well, that was Superman.
He
the
plays
original
himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the new Superman Batman movie is going to feature Ben Affleck, and most likely the Superman that was. I heard a rumor they weren't going to use that Superman again. The actor who played Clark Kent in the most recent Superman film.
I
Yeah, I
did
heard
not like
that
that
too.
movie.
I
I'm sorry,
love
but
that movie, but like
I didn't like it.
compared to Superman Returns, I loved it. But in terms of like a Superman movie, you're never going to get me to like a Superman movie any more than I like that one, because Superman movies to me are just like over. Superman's overpowered. I just don't like him as a character.
Thank you.
But I did enjoy it as much as I could enjoy a Superman movie. It was good.
Not a fan of the Superman.
Not a fan of the Superman. And now
No.
we're going to have Batman and Superman in the same movie where Batman's just going to like watch. That's why they chose Ben Affleck, because he's more of a comedic actor. So they needed someone to just look stupidly in the sky as Superman flew around and fought crime.
Oh.
You'll get it once you watch the movie. You'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's
There's
a
not
great...
going to be a Wonder Woman, though. I was kind of disappointed in that.
That's fine by me.
I need
Anyway.
some lady representation in the superhero world.
Well, this Batman, he's going to chase around the girls a lot, so
Oh. That makes
He's going to be a
sense.
player.
he's the player.
Well,
The player Batman.
They see me playing.
bottom line, I'm not scared of Ben Affleck being Batman, and I'm tired of people talking about it already. And the
Yeah.
news just broke, and I'm just sick of it. So now that that's off our chests, none of us care. Batman's probably just. I don't know. I like those other 3 movies too much. It's probably not going to be that good for me, but you guys might love it.
I just don't see what you see in those movies.
I bet it's going to
You
be.
make
He's
me
going to be the best.
cry that you love those movies so much.
You watch. He'll be one of the best Batmans.
Yeah, maybe.
Just saying.
I just think the movies itself. I don't know how the Superman Batman movie is going to do. I'm not really excited for that
I
either.
feel like I should have a Batman marathon, like right before I go see this now, because Leto has said this, so I can see like all the Batmans, and
Watch
then
tonight. Not Michael Keaton. He was really
like
good at it.
the day before, just watch every single Batman movie before I go to the movies, and be like, Leto was wrong. Val Kilmer was the best Batman.
Oh man. So on to video games. We just had to get that out of the way, right at the top. We got to talk about something that's actual news, though, that I think is a bit controversial in terms of MMOs and the way they're done now. The Elder Scrolls Online is pretty much going back to, I don't know, what year did World of Warcraft come out? Because this
2000.
it's 2000 something. This business model has changed, but Elder Scrolls doesn't care. They give no craps. They are going to charge $60 to buy the game, then $15 a month, just like World of Warcraft when it first came out.
Final Fantasy XIV is releasing this week, and they are also doing that. $60 to buy the game, $14.95 I think is the subscription fee.
Will that many people pay for that in comparison to people who have been paying for games up to this point? Because now the market has changed. In my opinion, I think it's changed. You have all these games now that are free, and
Yeah,
sure
there's
they
some
all
good
have
ones.
their
Firefall, Dragon's Prophet. You got EverQuest Next coming out.
Guild Wars 2. I really like Guild Wars 2.
Guild Wars 2.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
one's
know
really
how
fun.
they're going to compete with that.
I just think it's the wrong market now. That's my personal opinion. Drew was the one who pointed out this story to me. He can't be here tonight, but he said the same thing. He's like, this isn't going to work. I mean,
No, I don't think it's going to work because I don't think subscription models can't work now. I think you have to have a really stellar game for them to work. But I was really psyched about Elder Scrolls Online, and then as more information started trickling out about it, I kind of fell out of love with it because I was like, oh, it doesn't seem like it'd be that good.
What else did they say about it? I haven't been following it.
Just the way the game is played and the style of it, it's not like going to be an Elder Scrolls experience. And I'm like, that's kind of what I want, and I'm not going to get that.
It's going to be like, go and kill 10 zombies and
well,
bring me back their flesh or something.
The way the control scheme works and what is it? The way, like, it'll load people into the world, because you won't see everybody that's around you. You'll see a select group who are close to.
I heard that. I didn't like that.
And it's channel, yeah, they do it by channel. It's the same thing with
the phasing and.
It works. It works because if you got friends on your friends list, you'll come in the same channel automatically.
Yeah, but it's there's like a lot of like nitpicky things about it, and I'm like, it's not Elder Scrolls, so I'm not in love with it anymore.
Well, I'm wondering if they're basing this $60 and $14.99 a month thing, or they're basing this on actual Skyrim sales, and the whole idea of all the Elder Scrolls and the sales and how many people have actually been interested in the game, and they're thinking to themselves, well, so many million people have bought this game, so maybe they will come to the online.
But that's all
side.
They have the bases off of. They've never made an MMO before,
yeah.
So that's a fair.
You make the money on an MMO off the microtransactions and the subscription fees, not really selling the game.
Okay, so is this true, or am I just like formulating this in my head? Isn't there only one server? Like that's their promise, so everyone's online at once.
It's not really one server. It's like a ton of servers that are linked together as one.
Okay, because
that's what I
heard
originally. Does the same thing.
That's what I heard originally. It's like that, so it feels like one big server, but then they release that information about the channeling where there's only so many people you can see in the same spot, but you're technically in the same place, and then you switch channels to see different people. And I feel like if you want that experience, then don't you can't work around that. People were expecting a full-blown one-world thing, and now they realize the reality hit them, and they're like, oh, and that's disappointing. If it's multiple servers, just make it multiple servers and stop trying to talk around it. That was one of my complaints.
I think they just haven't come up with a good way to implement one big server, as technology kind of bars that with the load.
Yeah. Well, okay. So they still have a ton of servers then to pay for.
Well, here's with
together.
With Firefall, when you log into the game, you log in. If your friends are online, you'll end up linking with them in the same channel. It's all the same server, same world, same everything. So, in a sense, it's kind of like, you get it. Like for instance, you get it like World of Warcraft. You go on such and such server, and then you realize all your friends are on this other server. So now you're like, oh, so then you got to move your character over to that server in order to be with those friends.
Pay money.
Whereas this way, there isn't anything like that.
Yeah.
You gain friends and you're always there, and I think that's the whole purpose of the one server thing.
Yeah, that's how MMOs absolutely should be, because the whole point is so you can play it with all your friends. RuneScape
but they could
was like
not
that.
fit millions of people on one channel. It's impossible. I mean, it would just.
I'm
they
not
said it like
opposed
they
to channeling, but why not like zones in a channel? Like you put the biggest city on one server, and then like a couple of like the beginning zones, because like after a couple of months, those will like be empty, and like people will move on to the higher level content.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where you like jump servers when you like enter a new instance or zone, the area, like you have loading screens basically, and you load onto a different server.
I know that's another thing people
together.
hate. That's another thing people hate is the loading screen.
Personally, I don't mind the loading screens on MMOs because it reduces load on your machine as well as the servers, so things are a lot faster usually.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not. It's going to be a long time before we get the technology to make it perfect. Like ideally, like everyone can play on the same server, and there's no loading screens, and it feels like you're in a real world rather than that loading screen taking you out of the game.
Yeah,
and
there's that.
It's not going to happen for a long time. I mean, I think it's in our future, but technology has advanced quite a bit.
If MMOs are still around, some people think they're a dying genre.
Wow.
I'm starting to feel that way, though. I mean, if you really think about it, you can't have all these MMOs because they all try to be like another life. You know, there's no. I feel like when you're playing an MMO, you can't have downtime from it. You have to just keep doing it if you want to experience the whole thing. And that's not how video games work. They're supposed to be an escape from reality for a little bit, and then you go into something. That's why I stopped playing them so much, because I'm just not,
You can't commit.
I
You don't want to put a ring on it.
Well, think about it. Elder Scrolls Online sounds awesome, and I would really love to get in on that. But there's already, there could be 3 other MMOs I'm already playing, and I'll feel like, well, crap. Now I'm gonna miss out on this one I'm already playing, and there's all this new stuff for it all the time, and I'm gonna miss out. You just can't do. I don't know. That's just how I am. You have to pick one. And stick to it.
I'm kind of with you on that, because I know for me, if I haven't played an MMO for a while, and then I jump into it, after a certain length of time because I've been playing other MMOs, I forget controls, and there's updates, and I gotta wait for my computer to update it, and then you find out there's a expansion that you have to purchase in order to play. Continue, and you're like 3 expansions behind, so you're looking at like $180 or whatever.
Yeah.
Just to get all the expansions. But I mean, things like that happen. Yeah, there's a lot of MMOs out there, and there's new ones coming out. So I don't know.
I'm not an MMO guy anymore. I used to be. That used to be all I played, because it felt, when I played a video game, I'm like, oh, I have something to show for it now. I can actually show my friends. I could take this character and be like, look what I've been working on. Whereas when you play like a single-player game, like the Elder Scrolls games, like Oblivion or Skyrim, that's just for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just your thing, and you can't take him. You're building him up, and you're working, and then you can't do anything with it. So that was always my fight against myself. Like, okay, now I feel like I have a reason to play this because everyone's playing it. I'm on the same world with them. But I think YouTubing and streaming is what got me out of that, because now I feel like I can build something up and then show somebody. You know what I mean? Look what
share it on YouTube. Right.
I like sharing it. Like, look what I can do. And that really changed it for me, streaming and stuff. So that being said, I'm turning more into a single player or, non-MMO multiplayer kind of gamer. There's too many games now. Even if we're not talking about MMOs in general, there's just too many games that I want to play. I can't have an MMO eating up all my time.
Oh yeah, I know.
The good news is that Skyrim it wasn't that long ago that Skyrim came out, and I won't feel like I'm missing so much, because Elder Scrolls Online is coming out pretty close to Skyrim. And if I manage to, get through Skyrim, I'll be like, I'll still have my Elder Scrolls fix. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah. True. And there won't be that $14.99 a month tag on there.
I can wait for Elder Scrolls 6.
I can see Elder Scrolls or Skyrim being a multiplayer thing, where you get like 4 or 5 people in there with you to go through the adventure with you.
That's really all I ever wanted. At least cool. One other friend.
But
he can be my companion
MMO,
for the day.
It's like, wow, what is it? Just World of Warcraft with Skyrim textures. That's what it is,
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it's going to be better. I would hope that it's going to be a lot better than that. I don't want to play a game like Elder Scrolls and then have to kill 10 mobs and get their flesh and bring it to some guy. They've never done quests like that. They've always been like, oh my god, you have to go into this cave and explore. I think there's going to be a lot of instances in that game. If they want to keep it true to the way Elder Scrolls is played, there has to be a lot of instances where you can go with some friends and explore this underground cave or something and, go through it together. Because that's how the games have always been played. A lot of exploration. So
yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting the same kind of World of Warcraft style gameplay. If you want to say MMOs are a dying genre, that's what I would point at. That style of play has to be dying. It's so boring.
Yeah.
You play one, you play them all.
I mean, it's fun at first, you get through the first 20 levels or so, and then it just drags. It just drags.
I'm starting to get it more into games like Smite. I don't like League of Legends. I shouldn't even say that. I'm starting to get into Smite more. I've been playing it for a while, but it took me a while to actually start enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's you're building up a mass like level, and all that level is a number to show people how much you've played Smite. And I think it maxes out at 30. And I think I'm at level 16 now, and every time you start a new game, you're back at your character that you choose is at 0, and you build them up through the whole game, and they get stronger, and it's like a half hour, and then you're done, and then you start over again. And I'm liking that. The Dan I knew a few years back would have never played a game like that. Like, what, I'm building up this character, and now I have to let it go at the end of the game? That's stupid. No. You know what I mean? So
yeah, well, there's an overall
the
level
of those style of games.
There is an overall level, but you know what? I wanted to mention is 7 Days to Die.
That game is getting very popular very fast.
Yes, it's basically Minecraft on steroids. It's incredible.
Yeah, you said that about Worm.
Did I?
Yes.
Worm Online, yeah.
I think I did too, though.
Yeah, but
we were
maybe
like,
that
whoa.
was more like Minecraft on steroids with a little bit of downers.
Minecraft on steroids and slow
included
motion.
with a little bit of downers because it's slow paced. But no, I mean this is really cool because it's just a realistic world, kind of like its setting is very Fallout looking, and there's blocks, and it's kind of blocky, but not really. It's voxel based, and right now the way they have it, because it's an alpha 1. Right now, all it is there's zombies that spawn around you. You have all the crafting and the capabilities to build and stuff. The problem is the pathfinding and things like that ain't right. You build a fortress and zombies spawn inside of it. So there's a lot of things they need to fix, but the plans that they have for this just blows my mind. I mean, some of the things that they got. It's fun. I've been playing it. I'm trying to build my little fortress thing or whatever. Having a blast. The zombies are crazy. During the day, they're real slow and just kind of calm. And you can kind of run around them and stuff, and they kind of like turn around and try to chase you, but they're really slow. So light has an effect on them, but at night, look out, man. They're super fast, and they jump, and they leap at you.
They're like Left 4 Dead zombies.
Yeah. And so basically you got to be careful of the nighttime.
So the appeal to this game is the building aspect that isn't in other zombie genres. It's just, fight zombies.
Right.
You have to protect yourself, and you craft and build a structure and fortify it, and zombies are just being thrown at you.
There's structures on the world itself. There's houses and all kinds of stuff, and you go to these houses and you can fortify the houses and stuff. But
nice.
These zombies will tear right through it. So and it's got an actual real physics thing. So in other words, if you build a bridge and you build across and it's too long without any support underneath it, it just falls. You go with a chainsaw all the way around a house, on the outside of the house on the bottom one level, and the whole house just falls, just crumbles. It's really cool. So
I like that. I like destructive scenery in a game. There's not enough of that.
Everything is 100% destructible. I mean,
Here comes
everything.
the grief train.
Yeah, and so griefing is definitely a fun part of the game.
There you go, griefers.
That's what I do. I go into these towns and I grief everything. It's fun.
There you go, griefers. Go torture those people.
Up.
Leave Minecraft alone.
There won't be any creepers in there. I know people are hoping.
No, I don't think anyone was hoping for that.
I don't think creepers and zombies mix.
It's very much like Minecraft, but then again, it's very much like DayZ. So it's like, and people have been comparing it to both of those together, DayZ and Minecraft. One person actually said if Minecraft and DayZ had a baby, it would be 7 Days to Die.
Well, I've seen that. Yeah, I can see that for sure. So yeah, it's a good game. Right now, what I'm pissed off about is the price tag. It's an alpha,
very high.
and it's $35.
Yeah.
That's
And
way too
they
high.
just had a Kickstarter, and they went double the amount that they were asking for.
Wow.
So it surprises me that they put this price tag on it. I don't know why, but it's $35, which is really odd because they got an extra $250,000 outside of what they actually pledged. You know what they
What
wanted.
they asked for, yeah.
The pledge they asked for, and so it surprises me. You would think they would at least bring it down to even $15 to start out with alpha, and then as it gets better and better and better, then the price increases, kind of like Minecraft did. And
Well, now it's already more expensive than Minecraft and half the game.
yeah, it's only alpha right now, but Minecraft is what, $29 now or something,
Yeah, I think so.
somewhere around there.
Still,
So yeah, it's up there.
when it was an alpha, it was like what, $5?
Yeah,
No, it was like 10.
Still,
10. I got
Something like that.
it for 15. So
I think I
that
paid
was
about
how far
15
back.
for it when I bought it. There's no reason for it to be that high, but that's my only gripe. Other than that, it looks like a fun game. I'm probably going to end up biting the bullet and buying it because I don't want it to go up again when it hits beta and then really miss out. $50!
yeah.
Like, ah!
I don't think it's going to go that.
I know.
Ew! You
I
can't get people to pay that much
No,
for
I
that.
way.
I don't think they will.
No way.
I was just
It's
saying.
just I'm just wondering if they're doing this just because they know they can get that with
that'd be pretty.
from a lot of
That'd be
people.
pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty ballsy.
I'm thinking. Here's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing once it gets into beta phase or whatever, they're going to offer a discount price or whatever. But so I just bought it. I wanted to get in early. I didn't care how much. I just did it.
Steam sale.
Now I'm broke. And they will eventually have Steam keys, so we'll be able to get a Steam key, so we'll have it in our Steam.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's good news.
Right now it's greenlit. It's fully greenlit. It's there, and all we need to do is wait for them to put it up on Steam, and that's 7 Days to Die. The whole premise of the game, by the way, because people are probably wondering why they came up with the name 7 Days to Die. What it was, and I'm hoping that eventually what they'll do is they'll somehow implement this in the game. But what happened is there was a nuclear holocaust, and then people got sick with this virus, and after 7 days they died, and then they became reanimated as zombies.
Oh, okay.
And so that's the whole
All right.
premise, and it's the year 2034. And so I'm hoping that what they'll do once the game, because they're going to have NPCs, they're going to have bandits, they're going to have, besides just zombies, they're going to have a bunch of other things going on. There's going to be stores. There's going to be all kinds of things where you can go purchase things. So it's going to be a XP, experience points and stuff. So there's going to be a lot more to this game than just what it is now. And what I'm thinking is that they'll eventually what they'll do is when you start off a world, you go in there and everybody's just, the nuclear holocaust has just happened and everybody's getting sick. And so you have 7 days to build up your fortress or whatever you need to do before they become zombies and attack you.
Oh.
I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what it sounds like to me.
That
sounds like it would be
yeah.
cool if they did it that way.
That
And
would
then
be a
after
really
the
good-
7 days, just zombies.
That'd be a really good survival aspect to it.
Yeah. They give you some time beforehand, because up in the corner it has the days. Every day it counts down. Day 1, day 2, day 3. What's the sense of counting days if nothing special happens, other than the zombies get worse and get more powerful?
It might be a high score thing, like, oh, look how many, just like Don't Starve, look how many days you can survive.
How many days you survive?
Yeah.
That could be it too. So, but that's 7 Days to Die right now. It's Alpha 1.
Basic, expensive, but probably worth it in the long run.
Yeah, I think eventually it's going to be definitely worth the $35, but not now.
No.
I have to truthfully say it's not worth the $35 right now. But if you want to get in early, and you want it now, then you pay the price.
So it's multiplayer right now, right? You can...
Yeah, the multiplayer does work. Actually,
Nice.
there is a couple server companies that are offering 4-slot and 8-slot servers to run a 7 Days to Die server. Although it's like it's a server.
It's
Let's
a
just put it
laggy
that
mess.
way. You can play together and everything. It's not super laggy. It's really actually the game is very, for what it is. It's actually less lag than Minecraft.
Well,
But,
probably because the code's more optimized.
Yeah, and so when it comes to servers, though, there's no control. You know, like if you let people in your server, there's no control over what they do. They can destroy anything and everything, and it's like, and then the zombies, they just keep spawning and spawning and spawning, and if there's nobody there, if the server's on 24/7, there's nobody there to kill them, you log in, there's going to be billions of zombies, and it's going to lag the server. So there's not that, because every day that goes by, more and more zombies spawn. So you have to be, killing them,
Yeah.
or something needs to be killing them while the server's online. Otherwise, they just keep spawning. So when you spawn in, you'll have 500 zombies at your doorstep.
Yeah, no thanks.
So what they're doing now
You
is people are
lose.
shutting off the server, and then when they're all ready to play, they turn the server on and go and play.
Yeah, because when you have a server like that, it's always on.
Yeah.
There's no way around that. So
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft is
Yeah.
kind of the same way. You could log on, but they depend. The nice thing about Minecraft is when daytime comes, a lot of the mobs get wiped out, and then they start despawning. So Minecraft fixed it that way.
Yeah, they do say on their forum, they do say, it says right here, the pathfinding will improve, the spawning will improve. The game will not always be 50 zombies at night in your face magically knowing where you are. It will be possible to sneak around at night. If you are careful, zombies might be drawn to light in the future. A dynamic world pathfinding is a lot more difficult than a static world game. So it says we also want zombies to attack around your fort and not just one.
Huh.
So they don't want like one or two zombies attacking your fort. They want, because that's
The
the whole
horde.
point. It's a horde. It's a zombie horde. So you need to take care of those zombie hordes. And there's waves. Like there's 2 or 3 waves a day. And then I think
Okay.
at nighttime, nothing more spawns, or there might be one spawn, but most of them are just the zombies that were left during the day, but they're extremely fast and extremely aggressive. So nighttime is what you need to avoid.
So moving on from that, though, looks like a fun game. I'm definitely gonna buy it. I just don't know when.
Yeah, I'll keep you updated.
I'm sure you will. You love that game.
Woo!
No, so I want to talk about this. I think we mentioned it briefly, but it looks like Xbox Live is following through with their real currency thing. They're getting rid of Microsoft points, and I think this has already happened or about to happen. Oh, wait, let's see. Transition will expire on June 1st, 2015. So it looks like any Microsoft points you purchase will go bad at that time. So if you have those, you have some time still, but they're going to be switching to real money, and I still, for the life of me, can't figure out the benefit to that. Because
You know exactly how much you're spending. There's no more.
for us, it's great, but greedy
Yeah.
Microsoft is who I'm questioning.
Maybe they're trying to build some consumer trust and positive emotions, as they have really torn down a lot of positive feelings for Xbox and Xbox Live in the past couple of months.
Well, this also eliminates trading and giving points to your friends and stuff.
No, you could give your friends money or a gift card.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
really what it does is it takes the mask off of everything online. So now instead of seeing 1,600 Microsoft, you see that the game is $20. 1,600 Microsoft points versus $20. So for us, it's great news, really. For those
Maybe
of you who are still
they're
going to play
trying to
Xbox.
artificially lower the price of DLC because people realize exactly how much they're spending. Because I feel like the creep on price for DLC is getting a little out of hand.
DLC is getting out of hand. It's been out of hand, I think.
Because like the new BioShock DLC is 2 parts and it's $15 each.
I haven't played it.
And-
I heard it was terrible.
Well, like, no, I'm really interested in this DLC because you go back to Rapture. But it's like the price of that for DLC is like that's too much in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure development-wise the price is justified, but it's DLC for a game. It's not a brand new game. I'm not going to spend $30 on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait for it to be on sale.
My
I'm
screen
sorry.
just flipped out here.
Because that's all I'm comfortable paying for in DLC.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think in general, though, I'm excited for the future. Just DLC is like the beginning, and I think it's really experimental right now. But I think it'll eventually get on track to where now it's expected that there's going to be DLC, but I think they're going to start, making it more affordable and reasonable, so you don't feel like you're getting screwed every time this game updates.
Mm-hmm.
So for now, I'm excited. I hope they don't screw it up any more than it is, because sometimes the DLC is so expensive, and there's no reason for that. Lito, what are you doing?
Well, there is. It's the high cost of development.
I got lines on my screen.
And then consumers who are willing to pay for it. And part of it is because, like, Microsoft and companies similar have point systems or crystals or tokens or whatever have you. You don't actually have a price tag, and the conversion rate usually isn't like 1 for 1. It's something ridiculous, like 800 Microsoft points is what, like $5 or something, or is it $10? I don't even know.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad
it's not even like a base 10 system, so like you can't think it out in your head.
Yeah, it's going away, and that makes me happy. But then again, it hardly affects me. I'm not getting an Xbox One. They just announced that the Kinect will not actually need to be connected anymore for the console to work.
Right.
Another backpedal on their end for the Xbox One. So I don't care what they do. It's still $100 more than PS4, and they already lost my respect. Sorry, Microsoft.
Yeah, because it's like, who's to say they're not going to creep those features back in later on down the line?
Yeah, they've changed their minds once.
Once they're like, oh, we're sorry, we fixed it. Like, they could easily patch all that back in.
Yeah.
So, like, don't make me invested in that just to, like, slap me in the face. Like, I trusted you, I gave you a chance.
Yeah.
So, no.
What are you doing?
I'm muting you because you're sitting there fiddling with your mic and it's distracting me.
Well, it's falling down. I'm having some issues here. My whole computer's starting to blow up.
Aw.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, there's blue lines all over the screen, and my microphone keeps falling down.
Blue lines all over yours? That's not good.
What
No,
did you
it's
do
not.
to upset the podcast
And
gods?
I'm trying to fix it, and I can't fix
Lito,
it.
you need to learn to get your stuff together.
Here's
you.
Here's the real question. Do we need another Sims? The masters of DLC would be Sims. Do we need another Sims game?
No, but people will buy it, and people will still keep paying
Sims
prices
4.
for those expansion
What
packs.
else can they add? They announced Sims 4. What else can they add to the Sims? I used to be able
they're
to think of
not
a
gonna add
list.
anything. It's just a graphics update, and then the same expansion packs with a little like twist or a little tweak re-released.
Here's the scam about The Sims, other than the obvious. When The Sims 1 came out, it came with all these awesome expansions, and everyone blew people's minds. Like, oh my god, now you can have pets. Oh my god, you can go on dates. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So you would think all these amazing things would be already packaged in The Sims 2.
Or at least some of them.
At least some. And they kept the dating aspect a little bit. And other than that, they really just wiped it clean and then re-released the expansions, and again people's minds were blown. Whoa, you can have pets again. Like, oh, idiot. And then The Sims 3 comes out. You would think maybe by now they don't take us for chumps.
Learn.
Oh my god, you can be pets again. Like, having a pet is a basic aspect of life. Why do I have to keep buying the stupid pet expansion
To get a pet, I know.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Just give me the dog!
Yeah, just give me a damn dog. Yeah, it's...
And to tell you the truth, they're pretty annoying in the game anyway.
They are. They suck. I hate taking care of the pets in the game. I'm glad, though, they separated free will in The Sims 3, so you can have pets that take care of themselves, but humans, you can manage those. So that was kind of nice. They did make it easier, but I don't know what... In Sims 1, I could name a whole list of things they could have added, and sure enough, Sims 2 and 3 added those things. Now I'm stumped. It's going to be like another EA Sports thing, where they keep re-releasing Madden and changing it none at all, and people just buy it because it's Madden. Oh, there's new trades and stuff, and I couldn't possibly download those from a server. So I'm just going to buy them. I mean, you can't, but you could if they made that feature.
So Sims 4 is basically just another way to introduce all those
Expansions
Sims
again.
3 expansions into a new... It's EA's way of,
This is why when I stream The
we've
Sims...
milked Sims 3 enough. Let's see if we can come up with Sims 4 and milk that one for a while.
Yeah, when I play The Sims and I stream it, people are like, when are you going to get expansions? And they get all upset with me. Like, never. Why would I do that? I'm just going to have to buy, I'm going to have to... By the time the expansions go on sale enough for me to buy them, Sims 4 is in the works.
Yeah.
So I bought 2 that were on sale at Walmart, and they weren't very good. And I'm glad I didn't keep buying
You probably
them.
got the same one I got, I bet.
I got Pets and Generations.
Yes, here it is right here.
It was really cheap, so I bought it. And, it's not a bad, deal. But still, wow, gosh, come on. And then they got really greedy with The Sims 3, and even, I think, The Sims 2 a little bit, where they added item packs. They weren't even a full-blown expansion. It was just like, we added a bunch of T-shirts. Here you go. $15,
my God,
please.
Not on a disc that you would buy in the stores. I wonder if that was a little bit duping people into thinking it was an expansion pack, because they were kind of pricey.
Oh, it was definitely to trick people, I'm sure. I would have fallen for it had I not, had I been a few years younger when I finally saw those. I'm like, well, item packs? Why would I buy an item pack? But I'm sure little kids are like, oh, look, Sims expansion, and they get it, and like, oh, it's just a bunch of furniture. Yay! They don't care. Yay, new furniture!
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the one thing those expansions never had enough of, was new items. So they thought of that, and they're like, ooh, we can make whole item expansions. Screw actually adding content. Let's just change the textures on some of our old sofas and then put them in a new game.
Oh yeah, you would think that like new maps and things like that would be cool.
They add them, but yeah, again, you pay an arm and a leg for them. So I'm not excited for The Sims 4. And the graphics, I'm sorry, they don't look that updated from the tiny little clips I've seen. There's a whole video on it. I'm going to link it in the show notes, and I'm probably going to end up watching it after the show. I just found this before the show started, and it didn't look that much better. So.
Yeah.
No realistic faces now? Like real gritty shades of gray for everything, and
Sims 3 had
brown.
Pretty good facial...
No, they had facial expressions, but it was still cartoony. I'm saying they're not moving to this realistic.
No,
they look like real people.
It still looks cartoony. The characters have always looked cartoony, but the furniture, they try to make it look kind of real sometimes, I feel like. You notice that? It's subtle.
Yeah.
But if you really look at a couch or a sofa, there's a lot of detail there. Like a TV. The TVs look pretty detailed when you zoom in on them. So, those graphics
I would like more
okay.
realistic-looking people and less cartoony.
I don't know how that would play out, because The Sims is a really silly game.
Your teenager acne all over his face, really gross.
Yeah. Didn't they do that, or am I thinking of something else, where
girls in bikinis,
the little face in the corner would get zits on it? Or maybe I'm just thinking of something else.
No, one of the Sims, I think you could get zits, and you could go in the mirror and try to take care of it. I don't know if you can pop them or if it was apply acne cream.
That would be hilarious. Sure. The Sim's in there trying to pop it and pops all over the mirror.
Oh, and then you have to clean the mirror.
And then the nanny comes and goes, start cleaning. Gross.
Oh, nasty.
That's not good.
Nasty. So yeah, not excited about The Sims 4. Gosh, though, there was a whole bunch that happened after our show. And there's some kind of gaming convention. All this stuff happened, and it's all old news already.
Yeah, because it was that week.
Yeah, it was, and it's like
it was that week after the show. All this stuff started coming out.
Oh man, yeah, it was like actually it was like the day after, and all this news came out, and I can't find anything relevant anymore. It's already been talked about. It's already done. So I'm sad, but. in personal news, we're working on a new little machinima series.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to give away too many details, though.
Woo! Oh, I already gave away details
What?
to my confidant.
Okay, as long as it wasn't like you sitting on Twitter. Oh my gosh, this happened.
No. I didn't leak anything to Twitter or anything like that. But there is one person who knows about it.
I've told a few people, but people, yeah, like I thought you meant like you leaked.
Oh
it.
no! I wasn't all up in my.
Well, actually, Dan,
YouTube.
I
uploaded a new video, guys. I've got to tell you, this is on the Skyrim video. So it's like what? Why are we talking about this here?
Vortec, didn't you you mentioned something about something like that on your server?
Well, yeah, I've
builds help.
Yeah, I've been telling people this. We're going to start shooting it probably in a week or so. Hopefully, if my schedule allows it, everyone's schedule allows it. We're waiting on sets to be built, and there's people on the server that are working very hard, and they're doing a really good job building us sets, and we're going to film it on the server. And what we're going to do is we're going to world edit the sets together by finding our favorite builds on the server and adding them. And they'll be aesthetic. We're not going to really explore these too much. The buildings we're going to explore, we're probably going to end up having our set designers build for us, or we'll build ourselves. But when we make the actual town that it's going to be based in, we're going to, take things around the server and put it in one area, and then let people go there when we're not shooting, and they can go check it out. So it's a really fun project. I really think it's going to be awesome to have it on the server and have people be extras who are just playing the game. Like, oh, hey, we're shooting this scene. We need a whole bunch of people who wants to join us, and there's usually a lot of people online, so it works out pretty well.
Yeah. I know I try to avoid people on the server when I go on at 3 in the morning, but there's always still like 4 or 5 people that are online. So I never avoid anybody. There's always somebody there.
No, it's always, gosh, it's really fun. School started up again, and I've noticed a huge drop in the amount of people who are on, because every week another batch of people go to school.
Oh, yeah.
So they're all getting in the groove.
I can't imagine, there's any school that hasn't started yet, though. So that should...
yeah.
The dip should be done.
Don't remind me. I can tell you another little personal story real quick. I'm very frustrated. I'm angry.
Aww.
I'm taking this Photoshop class, and I'm excited. All my classes are online. One of them's a Photoshop class. And I'm like, oh, good. I can learn about making thumbnails for my YouTube videos and make them better. And I get in there, and for some reason, I can't download the files we're supposed to edit in Photoshop, but I can download the chapters telling me, you need these files. So I tried forever. I had other people try for me. Couldn't download them, and I emailed the instructor like one would do. And the instructor doesn't understand me, so she sends me the chapters. I'm like, thank you. Okay, I have these. Okay, I need the files. I need the files I have to edit for your project. Oh, you can just get those. They're on the back panel of your textbook. You're uploading the textbook to the website day by day. Why would I buy it? Why am I going to spend money just to look at the back panel of it?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So, basically what I'm trying to say is if you can avoid it, don't take online classes.
No, online classes are really... And then the social thing that they try to get you involved in. Oh, you have to make sure you're talking to 5 people.
Yeah.
You have to...
The forum post, the mandatory forum post.
Yeah, make sure you do forum posts. Come on.
I have to do that.
It's like you need to ask a deep question on somebody else's post. And no, you need to do that 5 times and then ask one or create a thread that's a really great thread
it's all
every week.
Social. It's just a social thing just to get you interactive. It's dumb.
Yeah. No, I have to because I could move at any time.
Social interactive action. Ugh.
Yeah,
at least they don't. One day it's going to be mandatory Skype calls. With all your classmates, that's gonna suck.
That happened with my niece. She took an online class, and actually she quit that class because it was a Spanish class.
Oh no!
And she had to get on Skype or whatever they use, and they had to ask questions to other people that were on there. about how to say this, and then they'd say it. So yeah, she had to do that. She had to get on Skype and talk to other classmates.
Ugh.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hopefully, though, I get the Photoshop thing figured out. I'm about fed up with it because I can't do any work. I'm waiting.
Well, maybe
I
you
gotta
need
order
to
a
find
textbook.
somebody else in that class who bought the book and either mooch off them, or somebody else who can figure out how to download the file.
Yeah, there you go.
Nobody-
Social media.
Nobody answers their email because you can't directly email these people. It's through the school's email system.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I sit there and I try to email a whole bunch of people, hey, I need these files. Do you have them? Not one person got back to me. None of them check it.
Jeez.
And I have mine automatically forwarded to my account, which is easy to do, but no one thinks of it.
Well,
Have you
most
thought
people
of-
can't do it.
Maybe there's a
They
torrent.
forwarding emails and they get crazy.
Maybe
What?
there's a
That is
torrent to download.
not a good thing to suggest, Lito.
No.
That
Just
shame on
Google it.
you. Shame on you.
I actually did try to Google this textbook, and I'm still, again, I'm at my wit's end. That's my little
Wow.
story, though. Basically, yeah, like I said, try to avoid online classes. Oh my gosh, they're not fun. I'm almost done though. School forever is almost done. Forever
That's good.
complete. So exciting. School is what's getting in the way of filming this series, but hopefully we get it done sooner rather than later. Our
As long
Minecraft
as we
series.
stay committed to actually doing it, even if we have to do it little by little,
Yeah.
it will get done.
Oh, yeah. So, no, I'm excited. I've been thinking about camera angles. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for third person and first person. It's going to switch quite a bit, I think. I think that'll be interesting, though. That'll
Just
be an
don't make it
interesting style.
jarring.
Well,
People
no,
will
it
get
won't be-
whiplash if you
no,
do it
no,
too
no,
much.
it won't be jarring at all. I'm saying there's going to be certain things, though, that really have to be filmed in third person. And I think it's going to bring a really creative aspect to it. Because you see a lot of Minecraft machinimas, and all of them are in third person. But I think it's cool to add that aspect of like a first-person view of what the character is seeing, and it kind of adds a different comedic element. Some of the things we're going to be doing, I think it's going to work really well.
To do it like in a third-person aspect, you'd have to have somebody would have to be the camera, the cameraman or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's how they usually do that. You know, some guy's flying in creative and he's like recording everything.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my character, because my character plays. It's pretty much just a different version of myself, and I need a puppeteer for another skin, like a Minecraft character with my skin. So the third-person scenes, I can still film them. And
Yeah.
that way all the footage is in one spot.
There you go.
So it's exciting. I'm really excited to be doing something new.
I think it's going to work out.
I think so as
It's
well.
going to be fun. Now that everybody's knows what's going to happen, they're all going to do one real quick and beat us to the punch.
Yeah. No, I think it's a fun story. Miss Jemmy and I wrote the entire thing in like just sat down.
2-3 hours.
Yeah, 2-3 hours. We were just sitting down, and we didn't write scripts or anything, but we have the core story figured out. Each episode has a purpose, and it's looking pretty good. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Me too.
And then we even have season 2 kind of figured out as well.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part,
Ideas in the hat.
there are yes. And we're just pulling ideas out of a hat. But why would we do that? That's a terrible way to write.
We have at least 3 or
Makes
4
things
years
random.
of content for you. No, I was kidding.
Oh my! Wow.
You got it all figured out. No.
Huh.
So,
That's
Yeah.
no, it's exciting.
Season finales are going to be awesome too.
Yeah. But that's about it for the Everything New podcast, you guys.
There you go.
I'd say that's a wrap.
goodbye.
Join us next week.
7 days to die. No.
Remember, you can always contact us. Go to everythingnoob.com, hit the contact us button. There's a phone number. There's a little thing where you can write us. There's like so many ways to contact us now.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome. So go check that out, and we will see you next week. Bye,
See
everybody.
Night night.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Everything Noob podcast. Be sure to visit everythingnoob.com for previous episodes, show notes, host bios, and blogs. And while you're there, feel free to write us with any questions, comments, or suggestions you may have. Don't forget to check out the links to our Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch TV channel as well. On behalf of the noobs, see you next week, and happy gaming.